Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. Take a deep breath. This is for the Divine Masculine Twin Flames. Okay, today is July 30th, 2020. That is, where are we? 39, 41. We're at 41 day, which is the Ace of Cups. Beautiful self-love, spiritual love, new love. And the 30 for the date today is the Four of Wands. So very beautiful, loving, stable energy as well. Let's see here. The SIRIAN Starseed deck, and for those of you not familiar with my read, it's a 7-deck read, so there's a lot of energy on the table. So it is for the Divine Masculine Twin Flames, but it resonates with the masculine within the feminine as well. And it is a general read, so if something doesn't resonate, don't force it to fit. There's a lot of messages here, and some messages might just be for one person. It just depends. There's a lot of stuff that comes up here. So it's 7 decks. The main deck is the SIRIAN Starseed deck, and that was cut and dealt at 8:52 to 53. 8 is the Strength card, 52 and 53 are the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. 53 is also known as the Catapult. So we cut and dealt the SIRIAN Starseed deck then. And I finished clarifying at 9:23 to 24. 9 is the Hermit, 23 and 24 are the King and Queen of Wands. And actually we did have the King and Queen of Swords are in the read, and the King and Queen of Pentacles. The other mini deck cards are all there, you know, all of the suits, but in the main read, those two couples did come up. The wheel was hidden. It was upright but hidden in the underlying energy, so that needed to come up for some reason. And I didn't like that it was hidden because it's such a beautiful wheel upright. So there's a message there. And also Justice came up as upright, so you'll see the cards that I posted from one deck was Justice, and then from this is the Gilded Tarot, and this is the Universal Golden Tarot. So in that deck we have the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the Page of Wands, and then the 6 of Swords. So a lot of swords up there. So that'll come up in the read as I talk. Let's see here. The major arcana for this read, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Great Wheel in the SIRIAN Starseed deck. We have the Chariot, we have Luna, which is the moon, and then before the read, because I always pull a few cards on either side of the read. Today, before the read, the Shadow, which is the Devil, and Transition, which is Death, both came up in the underlying energies, as well as the Ace of Wands, which was the first card that I'm using in the read, and that was upright. All 4 aces, by the way, are upright in the energy today as well. They're not in the main read, but they're all upright in the clarifiers. So after the read, we had the Tower energy coming up, and the Tower was reversed today. So we have 3 swords, 1 pentacle, 3 wands, and 1 cup. So mostly swords and wands today. So being busy, active, following your desires. That can be your sex life as well. And the sword, so perhaps being in your head too much or intellectualizing. That could be, you know, writing a paper or speech or anything that requires using your intellect. So 3131 comes up there with the suits. And 31 is the 5 of Wands. 5 was definitely a theme today because the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles both came up early on while I was assessing this stuff. And the Hierophant as well, which is the number 5. And then 31, which is the 5 of Wands. So there's another 5 that came up. So, and also on the code line, the number was 5 coming from 3 and 2. So 32 and 23, 5s are also coming up. And let's see here. We had the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, like I told you. The King of Pentacles in the underlying energy, as well as the Queen of Pentacles in the read. And then the Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior, is also here in the read. And after the read, the Knight of Cups and Page of Swords came up. So all adults in the read, and then after the read, they could be just messages or they could be child energy as well. The numbers and code line, there were no numerology cards that came up on the code line today. I was just getting a flat line, so that could be somebody could have flatlined. But also I was getting more so than that. And this is dating me. So back in the day when we didn't have 24-hour TV, there was a time after midnight where there were no TV shows. So it would just be like a flat line or a lot of fuzz on the TV. And that's the energy I was getting from this line. So the end of the TV lineup, the show is over. Also alignment and the phi energy, or in other words, going outside the lines, expanding, and then the need to center again, to bring yourself back to 0 point or to the present moment, or that there's no words. So the message here, and the numbers were 5 with 3 and 2. The message was coming up, the alternating currents or air conditioning and supporting perhaps somebody getting sacked. 3, or the Empress, Queen, or Wise One, or Empress who's clear, to the nth degree, toggling left, which is the feminine, at night with the moon, or just perhaps, following lunations. But this was regarding the twin flames, the choice of path, but it was really focusing on the twin flame today. So toggling left with the into the feminine with the twin flames in the alignment, or that the show is over, right? We're at the end of the road, the end of the line. So also in the numbers, besides 3131 coming up and 23, which is the King of Wands, 789 also came up, which represents the 5D, as 1, 2, 3 being the 3D, 4, 5, 6, 4D, and then 789 being the 5D. And 789 adds up to 24, which is the Queen of Wands, but it's also the Omega, which has also come up as the end of karma for me. So that was coming up, so the 24. A lot of 6s were coming up. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, each group adds to 6. And then 3 6s, of course, is 18, which was coming up with the moon and Luna in the code line. And of course, that's also 666, which can be a reference to the shadow side, the devil energy. So, but I just want you to understand that 6s are very relevant in the 3D, 4D, and 5D, because we all have a shadow side as long as we're human beings, okay? So, going back to the code line here, other messages that were coming up here were sailing, and the mast on a sailboat, the mast took out 3 queens or sages, toggling left, and then I was getting Saggets like Bob Saget, and then Danny Tanner in the show. But the Saggets left, and in that show, he was very much in tune with his feminine side, because he was a single parent taking care of 3 girls. So we're referencing the show, and I'm just blanking out on the name, but you guys know who I'm talking about, because it's Bob Saget. His name was Danny Tanner in the show, and he had 3 girls. And then with Danny Tanner coming up, I brought up tannins yesterday, which is something in a lot of different fruits that help you with constipation, so that's coming up again. And also sailing, and the mast took out 3 queens or sages, toggling left. I looked up sailing to see if there were any reports about it. And the one thing that did come up was a couple who are living on their sailboat with their children. There was a video on YouTube, which was really cool. And they look like they were really happy living on their sailboat. You can imagine how adventurous that must be. So they've been traveling all over, kind of avoiding all of the issues from being on land right now. So sailing, and the mast took out 3 sages, and it was, I think, a father and 3. I think that the 2 kids were both females. I'm not positive, though. The baby could have been either one. But it matched with this. Sailing, and the mast took out 3. The mast or the support took out 3 queens or sages, toggling left, and you can see someone, sailing and going left, but also referencing the show with Bob Saget and his 3 girls, and being very in touch with his feminine side. And this guy with the family on the boat also seemed very in touch with his feminine side. He was very open to a different perspective from his wife, even if it didn't agree with his. He would still state her point of view with a smile as well. It was really cute, actually. And then the song Night Moves was coming up. And that's Bob Seger, I think. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I'm pretty sure that is. All right, so the choice of path here with the night moves, so you may be dealing with some stuff at night while you're sleeping or in your meditation. Definitely sexual energy is coming up. For the Scorpio read I did yesterday, it was like all fire energy. So there's definitely sexual energy coming up, whether you're using it creatively or in a different way, or for your sex life, or frustration in your sex life. It was definitely coming up within a family unit as well, and how that energy is used. So it doesn't have to be regarding sex, okay? So that's coming up here as well. There definitely was sexual energy coming up last night. I was experiencing it probably around 1 a.m. last night. And when I go into my meditation, a lot of times I'll feel that energy when I'm connecting with my twin. And sometimes it's just more intense than others. And last night was definitely one of those nights. So I wanted to bring it up because of the Scorpio read with all fire. So Sailing also came up from Christopher Cross, the song from 1980, which won a Grammy. And then my son came in to talk, and he's a Scorpio, so that was kind of funny. We were doing some shadow work, actually, talking about certain people in our lives and certain topics that came up. So going back to the code line again, there could be a mother here as well involved. Someone may have gotten sacked from their job, or there may be a mother who's a Sagittarius, or a mother who's complaining about sagging. And the Empress here, being wise to toggle up or go left at night with the twin flames. So going into the feminine energy or toggling up, meditating, that kind of energy, to realign and reset. And again, before dawn, those hours before dawn is a reset time. That was coming up again. They were specifying 2 to 3 specifically, but it really involves up to 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. is the reset time, but really intensely at 2 to 3. So it may be important to be sleeping between 2 and 3 at night. Also a mass or a group of alternating currents going back and forth. And that can reference you going back and forth between your masculine and feminine, or up and down between your 3D and 5D. And also the ACT came up, so that could be relating to some of you out there. To speak your truth and see as in the ocean, feel the emotions as well, and then the sea of the Christ consciousness and the unity consciousness, to take the high road, to go into the feminine energy, and to clear up by going left at night. So this is referencing to the divine masculine, to clear up and go left at night with the twin flames, which is the 2 of wands, which is 2 of drama as well. A lot of fire was coming up yesterday. And to the nth degree, I am that I am. So you're always yourself, but with twins, you are each other's higher self. So reminding, and it's kind of like aye, with the sailor too, that I am that I am. Aye. Okay, so we start with the 7 of Swords reversed. Underneath the 7 of Swords reversed was the Ace of Wands upright, the Shadow or the Devil card upright, the King of Pentacles upright, and Transition upright, which is the Death card. But in this deck, the SIRIAN Starseed deck, it's very much the portal, walking through a portal. Coming clean, getting clean, cleaning up the act. So here ACT comes up again. Or cleaning up the house or your space. After new passion, sex, shadow of the King of Pentacles, which definitely can be Capricorn here, in death and dark night transition, transformation and reset. So again, reiterating that time at night before dawn. And the Capricorn upright and Scorpio upright here, being strong and patient, pacifying the beast one step at a time, healing and forgiving, stubbornness or strike or no job or job closed or disabled, stuck not moving forward, and the Queen of Wands upright with issues at the workplace or third party through work. Leo upright, Sagittarius upright. So again, a lot of fire here. Stubborn. Now the Capricorn may be losing money. Maybe they lost their job or just have no work, losing clients, or lost their job or issues at work. And the Queen of Wands is upright. She's the only queen upright, by the way, in this read. Looking the other way and being patient or over a patient or over patient. or disabled Leo or ego, Queen of Wands, or Sag, or patient angel, or is over them, and issues at workplace, healing, forgiving, cleaning up the place, or cleaning up their act. So this is the Queen of Wands. The death of religious leader, last rites coming up, or transition of the divine masculine or Scorpio, and 13 rays of 7 feathers, and now I'm getting those of a feather flocked together, right? Birds of a feather. So that's coming up. So 13 rays and 7 feathers. The left hand of Gabriel is his, or he's seeing Gabriel's left hand as his left hand, or remembering a statue or hand that broke off. And there's a movie. What movie was that? Where she, oh, The Wedding Planner? Oh, when Matthew McConaughey actually was checking out the statue and was making a, making fun of the man's penis in the statue, and he broke the penis off. So that's, I'm getting that now. So the left hand of Gabriel is his, or remembering a statue, or a hand that broke off, so it could be a hand that broke off, or a left-handed person, or that the sun rays are your life force, not your priest or your rabbi. Left or last rites, the divine masculine implementing a plan for inequity with Empress reversed at 11:17, which is justice and the star, rushing in with the truth to heal, to come clean and wake up the dead, to speak, sing, call, judge, announce at 11:19, which is the justice and the sun. And that can reference your sun as well. Archangel Michael with something to say on behalf of the divine feminines. Now, invasion of Normandy is over. It's safe to come out wherever you are, and heal, forgive. Waking a new perspective on life, or waking with a new perspective on life, seeing things in a different way, navigating on the ocean floor. Without the water there, you would see all the trash and treasure exposed. A new way of life to grow, reaching for the water as opposed to expecting it to come to you or to just be there naturally, now needing to show appreciation and gratitude for the things you've taken for granted. It's the same thing if 6 feet of land were washed away by the water. What would you find 6 feet under? You'd find grave robbers and robbing the cradle with all of the coffins there that would come up to the surface. Cleaning up crews also in the aftermath here at 11:32 is justice and 32, which is the journeyman. And a bird wing tapped my window at 11:32, and it was very soft tap. He didn't get hurt. No more covering the left eye, or someone may have gotten their patch removed. No more sleeping on the beanbag chair or out in the yard or the countryside alone. When all is confusing and you feel like you're losing, the trash men are here to carry it all away, to make the bad stuff disappear. So again, appreciate, not taking for granted, appreciating that. There's not all neighborhoods have trash men who pick up your trash. You have to pay for it separately, or just the fact that they're willing to do that so you don't have to do it. Having gratitude for the trash men that take all your bad stuff away. The Knight of Wands reversed, the player falling short in the game, or fell off their horse, or holding back their true desires, and exposed now to the full sun, or perhaps to their sun. The vampire melts, but it's water for the wicked witch. But Gizmo multiplies with emotion, and wild children if you put water on him. The fall of Jack and Jill, Jesus and Mary Magdalene, the crown and the mother, timber and lake join forces. When the wood falls, cry me a river, the hangman's crucifixion. So right here, a lot of times at this time of year and around the March equinox or solstice, whatever time period we're at, a lot about the Mary Magdalene, Jesus, and the crucifixion come up. The timelines play out. So this is one of those times where it's coming up, the resurrection actually right now. And so I'm going to read you a quote that I got when I was in the south of France at the Cathars Castle. We were meditating as a group. So there's a quote that I've said before that Jesus was showing me and referencing to his time on the cross. And then after this, a little poem came up through Spirit to me, and I wanted to preface it because it's about the crucifixion, but it's also about a violin, and there can be some sexual undertones in it as well, so you have to look at it from all perspectives. So the quote that I got in the south of France from Jesus, and referencing his time on the cross: "Look to the sun and to the butterflies, and why keep your eyes closed when there's all of this to see, see, see." So there's like an echo at the end, and the first C was using your eyes, the second C was the ocean, and the third C was the letter C, which references the unity consciousness. So, and also the echo chamber, which is also referencing the south of France, because when we were in the mountains there, you could definitely yell and hear an echo. But when I did a circle song with the group I was with, when I was still humming, I thought they were still humming. I didn't open my eyes, and then when I finally opened my eyes, they were all staring at me because they had all stopped singing, and I was still humming. And I was actually I was hearing the mountains hum with me. All of our voices had joined together as one with the mountains, and nobody else had heard the mountain humming with us. And that's why I was still humming, because I thought they were still humming with me. And they were looking at me like I was crazy. So that was very cool. That was coming up. So the echo chamber and the chamber orchestra came up here, and then Saba's violin. Saba's my father. That's what the kids called him. And so my father played violin in an orchestra, and my nickname for my father, I called him Poopy, which isn't like poop, but poop, P-U-P-I, which is like a word for being pope-ish. And so I don't want you to think it's about poop, but you can reference it that way because it's all about terms of endearment here. So the chamber orchestra and Saba's violin and Poopy for supper, all terms of endearment. And then the hanging violin came up. So this was, the violin was coming from my father, who played the violin, and I've also received messages from my father through the violin as well. So the violin's coming up here. So I looked up the hanging violin. I wanted to know what Spirit wanted me to know. And I didn't find anything called the hanging violin, so that's what this poem is going to be called, the hanging violin. But I did find the old violin, the touch of the master's hand. So it was giving us a preface to why this poem was coming out at this time. So the old violin and the touch of the master's hand. The worth, one line from it is: the worth of the soul and the change that is wrought by the touch of the master's hand. And in the poem, it was referencing an old violin that was put on sale and wouldn't get any money. But then a master came up to play that violin, and then all of a sudden its worth went way up. So this is what it's referencing about the soul. So the hanging violin, as I brought that title up, is meant to be stroked, not poked. The old violin, the touch of the master's hand, and the worth of the soul, that the change is wrought by the touch of the master's hand, is by Myra Brooks Welch. That's her poem. So the right handler, the violin needs the right handler, right? In the right hands, it's worth millions. But by itself, or not in the right hands, it may be worth nothing. And the right handling charges, or in other words, the vibration and resonance of it. And of course, the violin is a perfect example of resonance. So here it goes with the poem. The hanging violin. In the aftermath of the crowds, and Jesus hung, then waiting to die while strung, and then tightening the screws to make it just taut, the bow, the rainbow, comes and places itself upon you and makes you weep, not for the pain, but for the beauty you hear and feel and see. The master touching you gently as you slip away from to be or not to be. There's no more questions left. Gliding and writhing and sailing on each string and mast, the sound of the tree falling, the wood bound with steel core, nickel, silver, wound or wound with nickel-plated ball end and a hole in its chest, a space in its heart, its center, its hallowed tomb, awakening in the womb, resonating inside, vibrations and elations of the wandering soul, 3 days of resurrection and a sight to behold. Foundations crumble and newly born, the inner child, wild in all its golden glory, had a luau, dancing and prancing, and Rudolph's red nose, blushing and racing from the new stain or polish on his violin wood casing. Where he would rise, nobody knows, except for hoes and those in the know. The wood grows 3 times that day to viola, cello, and bass, to root chakra, the foundation of the whole and one human race. The hue of the man, all the colors of man, that the face, the wood, the cover is just that, waiting for that special touch to release the soul's magic. How co-creation alchemizes nickel to gold, and 1, 2, and for all. So that was the poem. Again, The Hanging Violin. So back to the read at 1231, which is the Hanged Man, and the 31 of expansion, the 5 of Wands. And playfulness came up, and beneath that was, this could be the one for the Divine Masculine. So implementing a plan, pushed out of the bed, the Page of Cups unable to express what he wants to say. The black cat in the background playing with his crumpled up papers, tossed as the full moon approaches. The Hermit missing their flame and now doing something about it. The Queen of Swords is reversed, looking in the mirror again, and a new life offer upon them at the altar, where 3 were hung and 1 heart is posted. Abundance comes up as 88, and beneath that was communication, which is 33, the Christ vibration. So here you have the pairing of the twins side by side, the 8 and the 8, dancing between each of their masculines and feminines. And then the 88 then turns onto its side as the infinity. But we have the 88 side by side with the 33, which is the Christ vibration. So this is bringing the twins and Jesus together. And the 3 and the 8 are the 38 of the Queen of Cups. And then the reflection being the 83, which would be someone who appears much more strong, but very joyful on the inside. Surrender to destiny, the Emperor with hostage and justice standing by, dumping emotional attachments to disconnect from self and the world upside down. A need for closure and letting all that go to complete a cycle. Surrender of both, the Emperor and prisoner. Surrender to self. There are no other choices. The world is not complete without your higher self. 2 trumpets becomes 7 trumpets, all sounding the call of revelations to come. 2 plus 3, then 5 plus 2, the High Priestess, the Empress, and the Hierophant, and then just the Hierophant, the High Priestess in the chariot, which is 7, the 7 trumpets. 2 become 3, and then 3 become 2. The Hierophant and High Priestess in the chariot, a new testimony. A spark and 1 dove released. As Aries is upright, Libra is upright, Pisces and Virgo are reversed, the Emperor and prisoner of war, and 7 swords removed in a release with 1 remaining. 7 trumpets sound to pull the 1 remaining Excalibur from the stoned woman, not the high one, but the hurt one who closed off to others, to sound the 7 trumpets in a wake-up call to all. A certain someone who has returned, and to a certain wake up to all that a certain someone has returned and is coming back stronger than ever. The 144,000 strong in an offer of a new life, heaven on earth, with billowing blues and hues of blue rays and abundance, 88. The Bun dance, or transmutation, of crazy eights, the two eights of excitation, in falling over onto each other in the infinity symbol of co-creating in oneness at 101. And the 101 then would be two magicians and magician embodiment. At 103 is the magician and the empress. And I told you all aces in the read were upright again today, just not in the main read. So Leo is upright here. Sagittarius came up upright and reversed here in the underlying energy. Capricorn upright. Scorpio came up upright and reversed. So if I say both, there could be two different people with that sign, or they're reflecting both energies, the positive and the negative. Gemini was upright, Taurus reversed, Aquarius upright, Virgo reversed, Pisces reversed, Aries upright, and Libra upright. The only sign that did not come up in the underlying energy was Cancer, and that may be a message for someone that there's no Cancer, and that may be a positive result. In the recent past is the Queen of Pentacles reversed, receiving love from the Messenger of Truth, or the Knight of Swords, or the Knight of Shining Armor. The Magician receiving a new passion, creativity or growth, from the present moment and powerless to it, or draining sovereign, or child, or hermit reversed, is losing time, money, power, and independence, or came out to make a large purchase that family is not happy about, or ending a family or emotional cycle while things are slow, and the King of Wands reversed is tired, sick, or mad and in surrender. Libra reversed, Virgo upright, or Gemini upright, or another Virgo reversed, unhappily over-isolated with unhappy family or unfulfilled, and the foundation here is the Queen of Swords reversed, dumping a load, a burden, responsibilities, confessing her grief and negative self-talk and lacking faith, and falling for the Page of Wands, which is the energy of a child, not an adult. An inspired child, however, in surrender, to move, visitation, instability, or ending of a marriage. Or the Queen of Swords reversed and the Fool reversed are inspired to fall together. Just like I said, the crazy eights fell together in surrender and confession, both moving or visiting or surrendering a home. The central energy here is the Great Wheel reversed, not expressing, not telling, delays or heated debate or exchange, or about synchronicities or options or shopping and heaven in their eyes, or listening to Stairway to Heaven. The stars, fame, healing, and dreams come true as the Queen of Cups reversed is satisfied and getting over grief, loss, and regret, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed presiding over. So it's actually the Queen of Cups getting over the grief and regret of the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Queen of Swords reversed is presiding over both of them. The Queen of Swords reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed are coming clean or cleaning up their act while things are slow, or they don't have a car, or perhaps a ride, or travel plans are canceled, or a move has been canceled. The challenge being here is Luna, or the moon, the deception, or Delta Dawn, pulling or reset from 2 to 5 a.m., or especially 2 to 3 a.m., and also 1 to 3 as well, with the 6 of Wands upright and the 5 of Wands reversed. Good news, success, attention, and the journey leading the way out of conflict, with the world complete, with a secret out, or sealed divine feminine with a secret passion, or traveling the world and needing to use their intuition, or Pisces upright and or reversed, and a Virgo reversed, making plans together, or not. Perhaps they're undecided or not agreeing with each other, or the High Priestess reversed has plans with the King of Wands reversed, Taurus. The Hermit reversed in hiding or buried in their work, aligning, dealing with details, or getting their ducks in a row. The Emperor defenseless to energies and attacks, or just has no excuse. Libra reversed, Aquarius upright, Aries upright, Virgo reversed, Pisces upright, and Cancer reversed here. So the Queen of Cups reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed are between the Emperor upright and the Hermit reversed, but the Queen of Cups now is out of the picture. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is between the Hermit reversed and the Divine Feminine, or Pisces, but now she's out of the picture. The Queen of Swords reversed could be an Aquarius or Libra reversed. The Queen of Cups reversed could be a Cancer reversed, a Pisces, or a Virgo. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed maybe an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. And they can be any other signs, but that's what's coming up around them in the read. So the harsh truth is out, and uncomfortable with issues at work, without a defense, an offer of a new life, a move, an ending of a marriage, or a visit. The Queen of Cups reversed, third party bleeding out, or betrayal, ending pain, choosing truth to break patterns of powerlessness, or with financially draining kids at 137, which is the Magician and the King of Cups. Now crowning in the present moment for the masculine is the Chariot reversed, stuck or dealing with the state of emergency as we go from 37 to 38, which is the King and Queen of Cups. Broken, broke down, up or through with the 10 of Cups reversed, end of family or emotional cycle, and the 6 of Cups, kids or twins, in deception or up at all hours of the night as the Knight of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles upright, and Hermit with light in the 5D world. So there could be some kids keeping their parents up, or literally the twins can be up at night feeling each other. So justice presides, and I was yesterday, Pilate was coming up with Herod and Jesus and all that from Jesus Christ Superstar. And Pilate came up again today. So when I posted the justice card here, and I was referencing the sadness of Pilate, that he wants to make restitution to Jesus because he didn't feel that he was guilty. And I actually cried from Pilate when I was getting that energy coming through. It was very intense, actually. And today, he's coming up as the justice card presiding, like the judge presiding over things, to make corrections here. So, and the other 4 cards that are up there, there's suffering and guilt, or guilt-ridden and humbling self to the Page of Wands, along with the Hermit finding peace coming towards the Page of Wands. It's like they're pooling together, and it's like the 2 8s falling onto each other. So the King and Queen of Cups broke down, up or through, with the 10 of Cups reversed in the end of the family or emotional cycle, and the 6 of Cups, whether they're kids or the twins, in deception, or up at all hours, with the Knight of Wands upright and the 10 of Pentacles upright. So that could be a very abundant family, business, or community. And the Knight of Wands is a real go-getter, right? They're moving quickly, and they're very passionate about what they do. And then the Hermit with light in the 5D world. Ending pain of 6 lower chakras, and I was getting more 6 out of 12, not 6 out of 7. The lower back and sacral, root, and earth star in connection with 5D with twin, and choice of path. Transmuting pain by co-creating, and stuck right now, or canceled a move or travel plans. Lover's truth is uncomfortable at work, or the divine masculine stuck with 2 women at work, or daughters, or in the slowdown, downturn, or connecting, or partnered with the Empress reversed, or Libra reversed and Taurus reversed, and a fantasy family, business, legacy, or community, or lover putting it out there and not fighting, or there is no competition, yet suffering in silence in dark night, with the dark night visiting or moving or ending a marriage, with dark priestess not using their intuition and has dropped off the keys already, or that's the realtor. The Queen of Cups reversed and the Page of Cups upright, a child with a new apartment, or with a new car with car keys, or a dark priestess doing spell work between a mother and a daughter to cause dissension between them, or to cause them to not get along. Or Pisces needs to use their intuition more, or Queen of Cups reversed, High Priestess reversed, and Page of Cups upright, all could be different water signs. Child more likely to be Scorpio and Pisces, and the Queen of Cups reversed could be any, but definitely could be Cancer as well. The Queen of Cups reversed and the King of Cups reversed are connected right next to each other, not side by side, but they are connected there. Could be a partner, a sibling, or even a son. That could be a father as well. Finding peace or moving. The Magician is hangry as the King of Wands reversed, who can be sick, tired, or sick and tired and angry. Or Gemini upright or Virgo upright, third party, or negative group or bad influences are here. And that's why the Magician is hangry as the King of Wands reversed. The King of Wands reversed could be bleeding out, finding peace but deeply wounded, or post-op, or breaking up without affection. Or the Magician is a guard or on guard, using protection or virus, and keeping the King of Wands reversed away from the Page of Cups upright, or keeping a child away from the King of Wands reversed so that he can rest or not catch something from the child. Perhaps choosing to undergo the knife, surrendering, dropping the act, and powerlessness. So the masculine learning how to let go. And so some might be going through surgery. Soon as the King of Swords upright, that could be a surgeon, that could be pilot, the guard, the mediator, the lawyer. For the King of Wands reversed, Taurus or marriage, religion or establishment or community, dropping the act, the facade, the ball, the pattern, or religion or Taurus is standing in the way, or an obligation of the divine masculine to work and support is standing in the way. Injured and out in the cold, left behind, injustice up ahead and can't catch up. Uncomfortable with the Page of Swords child or message, news, or stepping up to the plate. Holding things down in the wake of social distancing, or death, an end, a transition of a negative group, friends, third party, or death due to overindulgences at 206, which is the High Priestess and the Lovers. Taurus upright dropping the ball, or Taurus uprights dropping the ball, and Libra reversed is not picked it up, or is waiting. And there's word of a Scorpio or dark night moving on to third party, or to end things with a negative group or bad influences. Yeah, so the Five of Pentacles, it's two people in exile. Could be people or a couple who's been kicked out of the church, the group, the school, the neighborhood, or an association. Perhaps two who are homeless or powerless. Or three became two, out in the cold, in exile, destitute, injured, or ill, and a new passion for two to be strong and spread the word, or a passion for Leo, or ego, or this time period right now. Amish or blue bonnet, there may be a passion for as well, a cleaning lady or mother doing their laundry, or lots of texts and messages going on, and that could be kids as well. Or Taurus or King of Wands reversed fell and is uncomfortable with kids holding down the fort, or with not being able to see the kids while they're sick or injured in recovery due to social distancing. Perhaps a child can't keep up with Libra reversed, or Leo mother trying to show them how to do everything, or two homeless or let go, or now need two to come back in, and giving them a second chance at 218, which is the High Priestess and the Moon. The Divine Masculine sees himself here as the Eight of Wands reversed, not expressing their feelings or desires or holding them back, not telling, delays in communication or travel, or engaging in heated debates or exchanges. Emergency funds given to King of Pentacles to release prisoner of war, or that may be himself. Coming clean, getting clean. The Knight of Cups upright is offering love to the Devil's wave, or call, or Capricorn judgment, announcement, or wake-up call, a rebirth, or grand reopening, or Capricorn waves goodbye to wake the dead, as Cancer or state of emergency funds support the King of Pentacles to breathe easier now. Or the Knight of Cups offering love or restitution or paybacks to Capricorn upright and Aquarius upright, and Cancer reversed to get them to make an offer or help money, help or so the lover restitution or paybacks to the Capricorn upright, Aquarius upright, and Cancer reversed, but giving it to the Cancer reversed to get them to make an offer of help, money, or effort directly to the King of Pentacles, like asking for money from them, or kind of manipulating them into giving the King of Pentacles money, but the King of Pentacles hiding their face. So it's like getting a child or a friend to do it for you. Or announcements only way to communicate love and support to the King of Pentacles and free him from anxiety. Or Capricorn and or Aquarius with addictions and joining forces, wave and save, or devil's hands in Aquarius's mouth or music, or deliberating, trying to squash or take a cancer down, or could be taking the disease down as well, in support of money for the King of Pentacles, or Devil Aquarius is the block between the Knight of Cups and the King of Pentacles, giving him money to keep the Knight of Cups away, and or Cancer reversed, so being a wedge between them. Stay optimistic about your love life comes up for the Divine Masculine here. Past life relationship, wedding, this situation involves marriage, and you deserve love. You are lovable. Around the Divine Masculine, or how he is seen, is the Three of Cups reversed, the King of Swords upright, lover, third party, King of Swords, on journey to start over with lover, or official word comes in, good news, wanting to start fresh, no longer ignoring an offer, or Gemini or Aquarius delivers official word in person, or returning a favor, adding fourth to a group that's no longer three, or 3 minus 1, so now they're just 2, or official word on social distancing, bad influences, or third party situation at 242, which is the High Priestess and the Two of Cups. The block for the masculine here is the twin flames, and that could literally be the twin flame word as well, the label, and the word of holding on to ending third party or death due to social distancing stuff. So just any kind of blocks regarding twin flames that they need to let go of. Or clinging to death or transformation of third party, interferences, or trying to save more money before Dark Knight traverses the 4D bridge to the other side. The King of Swords is being watched for deception or before dawn, financially drained, or that's just dependence, and powerless to end the juggling act with truth in their face, and the wounded warrior surrendering, the King of Wands reversed, ending pain, betrayal, or a painful end, or lower back pain, or other surgery, choosing path of truth, or surgery, or twin flame truth. Manifestation comes up here, compassion as well as patience for the Divine Masculine, the King of Swords letting go of 1 out of 2, or deceiving 2 to bring them together. The wounded warrior reversed and the King of Cups reversed, moving to peaceful waters with the King of Wands reversed and the King of Swords upright. Or the King of Wands reversed is presenting his surrender and letting go of the Queen of Wands upright to avoid a disaster, or in the aftermath of sudden events, explosions, eruptions, or epiphany, on guard to keep to himself and keep his energy pure, to present the truth to imbalanced child, or one who's in debt or was scammed, or the Page of Pentacles reversed child who needs help, money, or opportunity. And again, this can reference the inner child of him, his partner, or the Divine Feminine as well. The Page of Pentacles reversed child who needs help, money, or opportunity, or the one who never learns and now has to make restitution. The battle's over, or lost the fight, or no more conflict with the Knight of Cups upright and the Page of Swords upright, 2 kids, or offering love and a message, news, or spreading the light. So a new passion or a new flame for the King of Pentacles Capricorn to transition through the portal and come clean, or clean up their act or space, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed in downturn or twist of fate, and challenged by deception of the hours before dawn and breakdown up or through in the state of emergency or ambulance, or break in communication, travel, or move. Libra reversed, Cancer reversed times 2, not telling the King of Swords upright about third-party twin flame wounded warrior surrender after sudden event or avoiding. Broken wounded warrior in surrender after the fight or after losing to the Knight of Cups and Page of Swords, or offering love and a message. Coming clean or making restitution, the Queen of Swords reversed, not telling about the third party, or friends who are bad influences or a negative group who are overindulgers. The Queen of Pentacles reversed with a turn of luck, a downturn of luck, and challenged by deception of the King of Swords, twin flame, or choice of path or direction, or didn't tell them where they were going when they broke down, or that they were on the warpath and did something stupid or dumb, and now they are surrendering. And that could be a child to their mother after the fact. After the drama has gone down or has been a long time, so it doesn't matter anymore, You know, like also when you're adults, how all of a sudden you come out to your parents 30 years later. Oh, yeah, I did this at that time when I was a teenager. Didn't you know that? And they're like, no, I didn't know. So that could be happen. But it's like after not telling them for a long time. And then the Knight of Cups offers love and or friendship to the Page of Swords or in a message at 310. 3 is the Empress. And 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. So we're going to pull an energy card and see what comes up. This is the main read for this read here, the main cards, so you can see them. Okay. And let's see. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all those concerned. And fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so what is the takeaway from this read? What are the energies? All right. Well, we have the broken heart. So 9. So there's definitely a breakdown here this is not only a broken heart, but it's literally separation. So this is 9, the Hermit. And it can be over-isolating and realizing they need to come out now and stop over-isolating. And I'm also getting the friendship heart, you know, where 2 people take a half of the heart each. So we have deceit as well. And the 25 is the Knight of Wands. So there may be, let's see, where was the Knight of Wands? I thought the Knight of Wands, of course when you're looking for it, you can never see it. I'm not finding him. I think it was upright though. Could be wrong. What's under here? Oh, here it is, I'm sorry. I'm wrong, the Knight of Wands is reversed. So if this is reversed, then this is reversed. So there's no longer deceit. The deceit's been taken away, but this is because the heart's been broken, the separation's been made. So this has been taken away here. Actually, then this is reversed as well. All right, so the broken heart is done already. It's undone, and the deceit's taken away because there's been disclosure here. And this is all red, so it's very much root chakra, safety and stability, foundation, and then the underlying energy here is 32 of the journey and the journeyman. And here is the, look, cleaning up the act, cleaning out the space. This is that purifying energy, the spirit coming through, opening a door and opening the windows, letting the sunshine in, just like the commercial. I mean, I'm dating myself on that, so a lot of you may not be familiar with that. But the door to spirit. Okay, so this is the aftermath cleanup efforts. We're really cleaning out the spaces, cleaning out our own inner spaces and in our shadow work, and coming clean. So people are coming clean. If they've been hiding secrets, they're coming out. And it may be rocking some foundations for sure. They're going to fall because these are both reversed. All right, so that has to do with breaking the foundation that wasn't stable to begin with, so that there can be a complete breakdown and then a rebuild. And then the trash men came up as well, so it's really so much about the cleanup today. So I hope that was helpful. I really love that, and I hope you liked the poem that came up too. I loved it. Okay, it is 5339, which is the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Knight of Swords is the knight in shining armor, and the Knight of Cups is the one who offers love. So we'll see what happens. Make sure you drink your water. I forget all the time, which is why I remind you every day. Get your rest. Make sure to go to bed at a decent hour so you get some sleep. Make sure you get your joy in your nature. Go out and touch a tree and smile. And just rise and be loved, you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.